Okay, we're live on the internet. Hello. Hello, everyone. How are we?
Are you talking to us or the internet?
Both. Just pretend like we haven't been talking for 10 minutes.
I'm okay. How are you, Matthew?
I am good. I am good. I know pretending is hard, Veronica. Right.
This is pretending you speak of. I don't understand.
I don't know. Don't know how it works. Right. So, tonight, we continue with the final part of our vampire one-shot that became an 8-shot and will no doubt sprout other stories in the near future. Where did we leave off? The Coterie had, well, it was all a dream, it seems, a vision. They realised that they were trapped inside the vision of an incredibly powerful Malkavian who had shown them what the future would hold if they left everything as it was, and they saw horrendous, monstrous Tzimisce and their creations attacking the location that Max was held at in an attempt to steal him away for themselves and potentially undermine the security of the Camarilla in Croydon, the last part of London not to fall to the Second Inquisition. With the knowledge in hand and realising that, in fact, what they had seen had not yet happened, I think you were somewhat relieved, it's safe to say, that you weren't facing what you appeared. You decided to do a number of things, the first of which was to head to the Rosewood Hotel to try and prevent the horrible flesh sculpting of some of the residents, the creation of hellish-looking, monstrous dogs, furniture made of people. And you also helped Annalise, the Bruja, get her sister out of town before she became a pawn in the game as well. And where we left off was the rear entrance of the Rosewood. The Coterie had come together, started fighting against Agatha, who had been twisted and turned into some strange, well, ghoul creature creation, stronger and more resilient than normal. She didn't really stand a chance against the Coterie, and especially not against the brutal blows of Annalise. And that was where we left off, at the rear of the hotel, just as Annalise was downed and incapacitated. James, the manager, previously a ghoul, yet to be clear what he is yet, but has entered. And we shall flick to the rather low-tech map of the hotel. So everyone, it is top of the round. Those that are in hand-to-hand combat are the first to go. So that would be Barnabas, Gerard, and Annalise and James. Barnabas, Gerard, what would you like to do?
Well, as far as I recall, I was attempting to drain Agatha. So I had her grappled.
Had you actually succeeded in grappling? I mean, she's pretty much down.
I believe so.
I think that we were both trying to do that, weren't we? We were trying to reenact.
You would
the scene that
summon
didn't happen
lots of rats.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you had just about got onto a you had fed.
Yes, I had.
Okay.
I made a bestial a success with a possible bestial failure, and Barnabas had just summoned a horde of rats.
Yes, he had. Okay. Are you just feeding then, Gerard?
I'm going to take another crack at it. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Give me. Well, she is going to try and fight you off. So I think just purely trying to bat you off, flip you off. Not in the way that sounds. She will grab at you as you're biting onto her neck and just try and pull you off. You can feel that her jaw is dislocated and hanging off in an awkward, painful-looking way. Give me roll plus strength.
Righto.
Hey, what did you get?
3 success.
3. Okay, she is going to try and grapple you and pull you away, but she's that's rolled far too many. I don't know why it's done that. Hang on. Ignore that.
Okay.
But she doesn't succeed. It's rolled strength twice. That's useless. She tries to pull you, but she's just too weak. And as you start feeding, she just slumps to the ground. How much are you feeding? You going the whole way, or are you?
Enough that she's. No, probably not the whole way. Enough that she's like immobile, very weak.
Okay. Didn't you have a feeding thing, or was that Tom?
That was Tom. Mine
Was
was
it?
competitiveness.
Okay. All right. Well, in the heat of the moment, I would like you to roll a frenzy check for me anyway to resist.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, you drain her. You can take your hunger down to 1 if you're not draining her to death, but she's pretty much out. The blood tastes weird. Very weird. It's not as pleasant as normal. Something odd about it. Barnabas.
With this horde of rats, as they're running in, I'm going to be communicating with them, trying to get them to swarm this creature that we're holding down in front of us, and take their food from her as well.
Okay.
Looks. Says on Feral Whispers that persuading them to perform a service requires manipulation plus animalism roll.
Yeah, go for it.
Right. How do I do that then? How does it do animalism?
Just click manipulation, then click whatever else it is.
Doesn't have that as a choice on there.
Okay. Otherwise, you need to edit your discipline to make it rollable, I think. Oh no, just click the little dice. Oh no, sorry. I just roused you.
I did animal ken plus manipulation, which seems like the same.
Okay. Yeah, they obey your commands. What do you want them to do?
To swarm her, nibble at her.
Okay, right. Well, rats, it seems, have. So a rat is physical 3. So it's 6 for a swarm of rats. So roll 6d10 for me. Okay, what did you get? 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. The Gerard sort of stops feeding and comes away with the blood on his mouth, and the rats just swarm her and start biting, and just she just lies still, and you see the blood spreading out across the floor. Not moving.
Look up quickly and look at the door, and like paranoid that something else is going to come through it, and sort of.
You can see through the glass doors. You can see James and Annalise inside. James has sort of burst into the room, and Annalise, as quick as a flash, she just kind of almost disappears out of sight and then appears. She moves with such speed, and she's right up on him, about to hit him. Doing anything else, Tom?
No, that's it for now. I can get ready. I've a horrible feeling that Eva's going to be jumping out from behind something at some point. So
Yeah. Okay. Is it actually streaming?
Yeah.
On Twitch as well?
Oh, I've not checked YouTube. I'm only on Twitch.
It's on
I'm only on
Twitch. Sorry, it's not. Okay. It's not
My
showing on my.
laptop can't take another platform.
It's not showing. Yeah, I know. That's why I've got multiple computers. Okay. James is going to look confused. I've realised I've used the wrong picture for him, but I'll show you James just so you know. He runs in because obviously some sort of alarm has been raised. He's wearing a blue suit and a tie. He's a good-looking guy. He looks really shocked to see the sort of Agatha down on the ground outside. Although Agatha is kind of slightly weird-looking and slightly twisted-looking, it's something not right there. And he sort of stops, sees it, and turns and starts to run. And as he does, Annalise will punch him. Yeah. She punches him, and you see she doesn't seem to, because he's turned. She doesn't quite use her full strength, like as you would normally expect. She just sort of catches him as he dashes through the hotel and starts running. She does seem to hurt him, but not very much. Okay, Hero and Madame.
I'm
poke
running
my head
away.
round. Oh yeah, you are.
Can I just
You're
keep
running
an eye
away.
out? Yep, I've got my compulsion. Probably not running. I'm going to be backing away with the shotgun trained on the door.
Okay.
Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I realise I used the last shot in that gun, so I'll just look at Hero across from me and be like, where are the bullets? How do I...
Hero is also out, so he will open the shotgun, so he'll kind of be demoing how to do it. But like as he is backing up, he will reach into his pocket, pull out 2 shells, pop them in, and then if he can, he'll throw 2 shells over to Madam if she didn't already have some. I feel like I might have given you some previously.
I was never going to use the gun, so I don't think I had them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it would
I
have been
just picked it
Annalise
up
most
because
likely.
it was there.
Yeah. So
Can I actually poke my head around the door, see that James has started running away, and just sort of scoop my gun across the floor to Hero to reload?
I
Sure.
will
Yeah,
pass
let you do.
mine that is now loaded. I will scoot to her, and then I will pick up the empty one and I'll load that.
Okay.
Okay. And I just want to shout out to James to stop. James, stop. Don't make this harder than it needs to be.
Are you using any abilities, or are you just shouting stop?
Unless he's looking at me, and if he's running away, he's not looking at me.
He's not. I mean, if you want to roll something, I'll let you. Persuasion plus charisma, manipulation.
Yeah, I'll do a persuade. I can be like, you can stop and live, or you can keep running, and we will hunt you down. Where's my character sheet? With charisma or manipulation, which
Whichever you want.
oh, then
Depends
I'll pick
how
the
you're doing it. If you're trying to appeal to him by being nice, I would say charisma. If you're trying to say, "We'll destroy you," then manipulation.
I did say we will hunt him down.
You did manipulation then. Okay.
All those dice.
I mean, do you mean it? Are you going to kill him? Do you intend to kill him anyway?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't intend to kill him anyway. I don't. If he's going to back down.
Okay. Yeah, you shout that as you see him disappear down the corridor. You see Annalise give chase, and then a few minutes later, she just walks back in the room, pushing him. Sort of like shoves him into the room.
Good boy. Are we out of combat?
You are.
How's the corpse looking? Barnabas, are they going to devour her and get rid of the evidence, or do we need to move this inside?
She looks dead.
Not quite sure how far they'll go, to be honest, now they've started.
I doubt they'll eat the bones.
Could they... Someone could come around the back at any time.
Can you roll me a frenzy check, please, Madame, as you're looking at her and talking about this? That you see the sort of growing pool of blood spreading out across the ground.
Also, what time is it?
You realise how hungry you are. I can't remember. I think it's probably 4:30, 5 o'clock, if I remember correctly.
I think it was 5. Yeah. We're pushing it.
You still have time for your show, don't worry.
It's not the show I'm worried about. It's the daylight.
Burns. Annalise will push James out.
No,
And
no, back in. Everyone in.
Well, the game is paused.
Move for some reason.
The game is paused.
Can with my compulsion,
Madame, are you going to leave that bloody mess in the car park? No offence, but
I've literally just said to Barnabas.
I'll try and hide it behind a dumpster or something. Drag the corpse behind a bin or.
Okay.
For the time being. So it's hidden from the street anyway.
Gerard, you would notice that the blood was warm that you drank.
It wasn't.
It was.
Oh. Well, they weren't fully turned, at least. That situation.
That's what it matters now.
James is just like, okay, I just clearly mixed up in something. I have no idea what it is, but
Has Eva turned you?
yeah. Yeah, I thought, is she not supposed to have? Is that why you're here? Are you here to kill me?
Oh no, well, potentially, if you are going to continue working with Eva, because she is planning to attack the rest of the Kindred in Croydon to get what she wants.
Okay. You think
want
I'm
what Eva
involved?
wants?
I just wanted to be like you all, and I've got no idea what's going on.
Insight.
Okay.
Insight with what? Is it wits?
Insight, wits, yeah. Oh, he's being evasive. He's been really evasive. Roll a frenzy check for me.
You want this to go wrong. You want us to mess up.
Got a bestial failure. You.
I got
I don't
two
think
successes.
I don't think you fully. You don't fully go, but you do. You just have this compulsion that he is. He's being weak. He is trying to evade you. He's being intentionally pathetic and unclear. You just want to put him in his place. The beast is like angry with this pathetic excuse for a vampire.
Okay. Give me a moment to process that.
Am I still running away?
No, I don't think so.
Has the
It's up
compulsion
to you.
ended?
It's the scene.
You've still got the compulsion. You didn't have a compulsion to run away. You just had a compulsion to sort of get out of danger. There isn't any danger now, so
We don't know where
Yeah,
Ava is.
no, that is true. She might be outside, and you're outside on your own.
I'm going to run to my car.
With the beast telling me that this is a pathetic excuse for a vampire, can I say to him that Ava never had the right to turn you? You don't deserve to be one of us, and can I scratch him across his face?
Yeah.
Would that
Annalise will
be
hold him.
brawl plus strength?
You can just scratch him if you want. If you want to actually do a full-on attack and see how much damage you do. Oh, yeah.
I think she would. You said put him in his place.
Okay. Yeah, he's not in a position really to dodge it. So, yeah, you scratch him across his face. Actually, a couple of your nails just dig into his cheek, and you see the crimson blood start to drip down his face.
I'll
And
just
he's
walk away,
looking
pulling
worried.
the flesh out of the. I've got these little rings that he's probably got the flesh caught in them, and I can't look at you, and I just walk away.
Finish hiding the body. We put it by the bin, just shove some bin bags on top of it to hide it, and walk in. And why is he still alive? You can't leave him alive. He's planning something. He's part of this. We would kill him and get on with it because the Eva's around somewhere.
His eyes are darting around now. Like, will someone tell me what I've got involved in?
You know,
Worked hard for a lot of years
Yeah.
for this, and
I will turn back round and say, Barnabas, we need someone to run this place. And he was good at it. He may not be good at being one of us, but he was good at that.
Can't trust him, madam. This Tzimisce scum, they're all over the place. I bet she's turned more of them in here. I bet she's turned them all. And what about the guests?
We need to do something with him for now, yes. And Elise, is there somewhere we can, I don't know, lock him in a room?
Yeah, in theory, but what I don't know what he can do now is what what do you call him? Tzimisce. I don't know what he can do. He might be able to break out of. We haven't got a cell, if that's what you mean. Can lock him in an office or
Stop
in the
him.
beer cellar, or
I'll start frisking him, see if he's got a phone on him or anything on him.
yeah, he does. Yeah.
I'll just take the phone and stamp on it.
Okay.
How's he looking?
What do you want to do with him?
He's looking fine. He's a bit scratched up, but not like. It doesn't. I mean, if he was a human, he'd be in a bad way. But yeah, he actually looks okay. He's got a few scratches and a couple of bruises, which are already fading.
Madam, you know what we saw. Please, we just kill him now.
There are more
As you
things.
say that, as Tom says, as Barnabas says, kill him now. You see his eyes darting around, and he just puts his hands in his pockets.
Don't.
If you're going to kill me, I'm going to take one of you with me.
We're going to put you into torpor. That's not death. It's like knocking you out for a bit. Then we can deal with you when all this is over. Afresh.
Killed Agatha.
She tried to kill us.
I'll stay here. Won't get involved. And I would have phoned you when Ava arrives back, but I can't now.
You can tell us where she is.
She had a conference room booked for some of the guests. Weird time for a meeting, but
She's doing it. We've got to get there. Where are they? Where's this conference room?
First, hang on. If you let me go, I'll tell you.
You do not want to be running around at this point if she is doing what we believe she is doing.
We don't have time to talk. Put him into torpor.
Okay, as you say that, he pulls his hands out of his pockets, and you can see he's got these massive 3-inch black claws which have extended out the tips
I
of
shoot
his
him
fingers.
with a shotgun.
Yeah, but he is in melee with Barnabas, so he's going to strike Barnabas first, I'm afraid. Dex plus athletics, please, Barnabas. Three successes.
Tzimisce?
3 successes. Yeah, I don't know. That's just a character sheet. I've got character sheets for different things. It's not. I haven't got one with James on it.
Have we got enough
It's-
Tzimisces that we get Tzimisce? Just because for some reason I like saying it.
He goes to swing for Barnabas, but Barnabas manages just to catch his wrist, and stop him from slashing him. Yeah, firearms. Go for it.
Okay. Firearms.
I can't
And what's
remember
the... Is it Dex?
Yeah.
It is firearms plus. Well, it depends. I would say it's probably composure in this situation because
Okay.
you're kind of trying to be cool and not hit Barnabas and Annalise with a shotgun. Okay. Okay, he's gonna
Success hero.
try and dodge, but I don't know whether it will do him any good.
I pretty much walked up and gone straight into the back of his head.
Oh, you've walked up. Well, you walk up and go to fire, and he just manages to grab the end of the shotgun and pushes it up to into the air, and you just fire it into the ceiling.
Successes.
Yeah, are you looking at mine?
Oh, you got 3.
Well, I got
Okay.
the.
Here I
Sorry,
got 5. I got
I-
2.
I got the things with the
okay.
double little star things.
Okay. Well, that's Madame's shot then.
Yeah.
That gets
Okay.
fired up into. Well, no, he just kind of dodges. But yeah, hero. Yeah, you to roll for him as well.
I think
on
one
that.
arm. Barnabas has one arm. He's then holding the shotgun with the other, and he's open. And I just go straight up back of the head. And I'm gonna aim it upwards so it doesn't get Madame and Annalise.
Yeah, I mean you hit him. He's not immortal though. It doesn't affect him like it would a mortal. You do hit him, but he does dodge slightly, and you just kind of take part of his ear off and some of his hair. But he's still up. But Gerard, you do anything?
For a moment, I'm just going to stand there and go, "Oh, this escalated rather quickly." And then, I guess I'll just walk in and I'll see about. I don't know. I'll just throat punch him or something. Wait, he doesn't need to breathe, really, does he?
No.
I'll just go for his eyes and see if I can blind him a little bit. I'll try and jab
There isn't
into his.
the only way to do like a damage that is blinding or disables a limb is if it's aggravated with a vampire.
Okay.
Just
I just put my knuckle
there's
dusters
no
on and
real
punch him
way.
in the face then.
Okay.
I don't know if I get anything for using knuckle dusters, but
That's just a damage bonus.
it's a 2.
It's a 2. Okay. It's a 2. So you go to punch him somehow, even with all these shots going off, he just manages to avoid the damage. Do you want Annalise to do anything? She's just kind of stood there watching you all with a bit of a smile on her face.
Yeah, she's better than all of us.
Hit him!
Yeah.
Hit him again!
She's just going to take a step back and just cross her arms and watch.
Looks like you got this one.
Dude, we have places to be. She's turning people into chairs upstairs.
He's not joking.
Okay, he's going to take another swing then. Take a swing at Madame. So 4 successes. So roll. It's up to you. You can either try and fight him back, but you can roll athletics plus dexterity if you want to dodge, or you can roll brawl, or if you want to try and contested sort of thing. It's the first 2. Okay. He swings at you because he missed Barnabas, and you just see these huge claws coming towards your face as you scratched him. But these dig deep. These dig really deep. Let me just check. So you take
my face.
You take 4 aggravated damage.
What?
Yes, aggravated damage. So that is a cross in the box. These claws burn your flesh like nothing you've ever felt. They literally cut through. You feel the sort of bits of flesh flick away. It actually grazes one of the claws, cuts across your tongue. It is like, she looks horrendous. Her cheeks open at the side, and the blood. Not a lot of blood because you're kindred, but blood dripping down your face. It is bad. Over to you guys. You're all in close combat, so do whatever you would want to do. So yeah, that is 4 aggravated damage.
With that expression, I'm waiting for V to go, I'm unconscious.
She's not, but what do you guys want to do?
I am going to punch him really hard in the face.
Okay,
Can I use a blood surge to add 2 extra dice?
can. Roll a rouse check.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
So I just put 2 in the modifier.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I think you might you might have better luck this time.
Well, that remains to be seen. 'Cause
So I think a knuckle just does like an extra 2 damage. So that's 5, right? 4. No, you beat him by 4. So that's 6. He is like Gerard surprises you, comes in with this knuckle duster and just punches him in the side of the face. And you see his sort of one of his eyes actually sort of bulge out of his head, and his face loses some of its shape. He is barely up. He sort of drops to one knee. Are you going to finish him, someone?
I'm gonna try to swipe at me, so I'm just gonna get my hand and just grab his throat and just try and pull it out.
Okay. Go for
Like
it.
the blood surge too.
Okay, rouse check.
And what do I, is it a strength? Brawl?
Yeah, strength plus brawl. Go for his throat. You reach out, and he just he just puts his hand up in front and pushes you away. The beast is furious, but there's no repercussions at this time. Anyone else?
If he doesn't finish him, I want to try.
Okay, go for it.
What is it to sort of go full animal for his throat for a bite? Is it still brawl and strength?
It'd be brawl and strength, yeah.
if you're trying to bite, though, I think you
It's
take
quite.
a penalty.
If it's a cold shot, then you would take a penalty, yeah. But he is quite.
Okay, if I'll take a
He
penalty,
is.
I'll just go to slash his throat then.
Okay.
Same difference. I can finish off with the. Oh no, I can't. No, I can't at all.
Okay. Again, he blocks with one hand, and he just weakly lifts the other and just blocks it as you go for his throat.
And I look up at Annalise and say, through the flapping of my cheek,
Yeah.
finish him.
Finish him.
Hey, Davey, what did you miss? Madame has just got
I've just got
brutalised
4
by
aggravated
by
damage. I'm nearly
feral,
dead.
yeah, by Tzimisce claws. She's just ripped half her face off. She's not in a good way. I feel quite guilty. It could have been worse. It could have been 5, and you would have been in torpor. Yeah, it's just that it's this. Is Hero doing anything? Sorry.
I'm considering shooting him again, but if I can, yeah, I'll fire at him unless if firing.
Okay.
I don't know how firing fits into the
Point blank, it turns into a brawl check.
A brawl check. Okay.
Yes. So it'd be brawl plus
with...
probably plus dex or strength. You can choose. But yeah, he's in a bad way. He's in a very bad way. He's very close to going down. A bit like Madame.
Just one success, so I probably get caught in all the kerfuffle and just miss him.
Well, we'll see, because he hasn't got many dice. No, you don't. You literally. He's blocked. He's blocked Barnabas. He's blocked Madame, and he's got both of these huge clawed hands, and he's holding it up, and he just looks at you. He looks in a really bad way, and you just put the shotgun against his heart and pull the trigger, and he just drops, and is still, does not move.
I can't remember the rules, and everything is going too slowly for dead.
To make someone dead, you have to sort of remove the head or burn them or.
Oh, can I try removing the head with my bare hands, please?
Yeah, sure.
I'm
You
so
need
angry about my face. I don't care about Eva anymore.
That'll be athletics plus strength.
Can I help?
Yeah,
Hold the
sure.
body still.
You hold one end, I'll hold the other.
Oh, you don't like this guy. You're very unhappy with this guy.
You're going to turn him into a vampiric Pez dispenser, and it's weird.
Okay, you pull pretty hard. You pull, and you hear cracking and breaking and snapping, but no, the head doesn't come off. But he just looks like a dead body now. He's completely still, but he is cold, unlike Agatha.
Is there any way to hide this body? No, I'm not doing this. I'm not thinking like this. I'm still probably going at it. If it doesn't work, and I'll just keep going.
Okay.
I need to know that he will be properly dead.
Yeah, it's surprisingly difficult to remove a head, and after watching you for a few minutes, Annalise will just walk up and go, just pull it off like it's nothing, and then throw it to you, Madame.
Thank you.
That's pretty messed up.
It's a blood hunt. He was trapping us. He was not.
I can see the inside of Madame's mouth from the side.
In just a touch of poetic justice, you could always turn his teeth into earrings.
I fucking love that idea.
You wonder why no one likes the Camarilla.
Annalise, we need to hide this body and get to the conference room.
Have I ever mentioned that I run body disposal services?
No, I said we. Just where can I throw this for the time being?
I don't know.
I'll stick it out with the other body in the dumpster for the time being. It should be okay as long as no one rifles through the rubbish in the next half hour.
As long as today isn't bin day.
That's Thursday. It's Tuesday, so we've got a couple of days.
We'll be all right for the next half hour. I'm sure if we're not, well, I'll just do it anyway. Drag it out and hide it in the rubbish with the other body.
I'm trying to find the rules for healing.
Okay. Yeah, to heal an aggravated point of damage, I think you have to do a rouse check and 3 rouse checks and spend a point of willpower. I think. I'm sure Davey will know, but to heal 1 aggravated, yeah.
Annalise knows a lot about the rules.
How many rouse checks?
3.
I think it's 3. Yeah, you can only do it once a day as well. So I think you have to have have had a full day's rest. So it's in a 24-hour period. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So unfortunately, you can't. I don't think you can heal all of them. Very unlikely.
No, I know I can't heal all of them, but can I heal? Attempt now to do those things.
Yeah. You could take a seat somewhere. Yeah.
What?
I may have a Phantom of the Opera mask back at my haven if you'd like to hide your face somewhat, madame, until you're healed.
I'm on 4 hunger. I don't know what to do.
It's nice to see V stressed out at this game for once.
Can I drink from James before I carry on?
Not now. Whilst he was still alive, he could have.
Do I have to have 3 successful rouse checks? Or is it just...
No, the rouse checks are just to see if your hunger increases. If you do 3 rouse checks, but don't forget, if you get to 5 hunger and then you fail another one, you go into torpor anyway.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Dice gods.
Yes. Manage to hold your face together and just try and call upon your blood to heal the damage to your face, and it still looks horrendous, but it kind of partially knits back together, and you can no longer see inside your head from the side, which is a bonus.
Are you okay, madame?
Clearly not.
Let's go and stop this bitch and just end it tonight now.
I don't know if we can. This is going to be a difficult fight, and we're already struggling.
We have
We'll
to
be
do it.
fine.
We've got no choice.
If we can just stop the massacre, and then we can regroup and we can set a trap as we previously fought and be more prepared.
To protect the people of the hotel, and after this has happened, she won't stop, will she? She'll know what's going on, and
But she might.
be safe. Not us, not the prince, not Annalise or her sister.
Your bigger issue should be if we allow her to leave here, she will probably go to ground and we may never find her again.
No, I think Barnabas is right in the fact that she won't let this go.
Gerard,
We
what
can
does it
just
say? And I'm going to hand him my phone.
Oh, well,
It says you can't really tell who it's from. It's got like the emoji seems to be like someone in a big wig, and it says "Attack at the Blue Orchid" now.
it says Attack of the Blue Orchid, and it's an emoji. Why do you need me to read your messages for you?
Because there's blood in my eye!
Apparently there's an attack at the Blue Orchid. What's the
Forgot
Blue
you could
Orchid?
have read. It's the Elysium site.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Elysium site, yeah.
And how long have we got until daylight?
You've probably got hours most.
We can stay at the Elysium tonight after this battle. I'll be fine.
They're attacking the Blue Orchid. We've got to get there and help.
Yes.
What about the people upstairs that you were just so worried about?
If that's already happened, and she's turned them into those horrible things we saw in our vision, and that's what's attacking the Blue Orchid, then. But either way, we've got to keep the prince safe. Things that changes things.
I can stay here. I'm not helpful now. I can make sure the mortals don't find whatever she's done.
No, you're coming too. Don't worry.
I can do that, mate. I'll look after that for you.
I'm not particularly in a bad state at the moment. Madame, I'm rather satiated. So I know I'm not the preferred choice, but whilst we're en route, if you're feeling rough, you may have some of my blood, if it will help you in the situation. No?
This is.
Or we can help
We're in a
you find
hotel
someone
full
to
of
feed on?
people. Yes.
You go now, Annalise and I will stay here and clean up, and I will feed, and we will be behind you.
Very well.
Now!
I'm waiting for the fellow with the car to...
I'm thinking.
I get snappy when half my face falls off.
That was harsh, wasn't it? It
Did you
surprised
see
me
my
how harsh
posts
that
on
was.
social? I literally said, hope I make it to season 2.
You jinxed yourself a little bit there.
Well, just for your information, then. So that's an ability called feral weapons, which lets them grow horrible, great claws, fingernails, talons, sort of things. And it does aggro. Oh yeah. So I think I might have done it. I might have done it slightly wrong, actually.
Don't tell us that. We don't know.
I've not got my face. It's interesting gameplay. Let's keep moving forward.
You have less aggravated damage. It's actually superficial for vampires. I apologise. They've changed that. It used to be aggravated. So you did take that much damage. You can lose the point of hunger, but you have still taken. What did I say? Was it 4?
4 aggravated.
No, just 4
Now
normal.
4 superficial.
Yeah, sorry. Bad GM.
Do you want to just play it like this? Because I'm confused now.
Okay, yeah, you can do. Yeah.
Yeah, that stinks.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
Madame, I am not sure we should be leaving you behind.
There is a absolute arse of a cop outside who would love me to bite him, so I'm going to sort this out, feed on him. You go. I will just make the situation worse.
I'm gonna.
Please don't kill my contact in the place.
My face!
I'm gonna take some shells.
My supplies.
I'm gonna take some shells. I'm gonna walk up to Mad and I'm gonna kind of hand them over to her. Kind of quickly take the shotgun, kind of show her how to open it and close it, and like check the shells. If she will let me, I will very carefully cup the ruined side of her face with my hand and say, just please be very careful. And then I will let go and I will start walking off to the car.
Don't let me die.
I'm trying to keep alive. Screw everyone else.
Let's
To the
go,
car
hero.
we go.
Barnabas.
Let's go.
Okay, where you heading?
Blue oyster.
That's different to the blue orchid. Are we
That's
going for
what-
food?
Wrong kind
There's
of
a
bar.
lovely fish restaurant.
It's also a very
Police
special
Academy.
club in the police academy, Phil.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Barnabas would fit in there.
So who's heading off in the car? Hero, Barnabas, and Gerard.
This is how we die. We've split the party. We are screwed.
Oh no! What if this is a trick?
Yeah.
Okay, you start heading. How are you driving?
Same as always.
What? Boring.
Yes.
Given I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, you start pottering. Grandad driving round to the
I'm legal speed limit driving.
Yeah. Legal speed limit driving. Okay, Veronica. Where's Madame doing? Annalise sort of drags the bodies and dumps them in a bin, industrial bin, and then covers them over, and then goes off and sort of gets a jet wash, starts jet washing the blood into the drain.
I need Annalise to tell me where the conference room is.
She sort of describes, in turn left up to the first floor, and you're there.
Before I go, I assumably find my way there. Before I go in, I'm going to listen at the door.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to do that with heightened senses because there's a fire alarm going off, so I'm probably just going to go in.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door, and there's nothing in there.
That's good. Then, I mean, I'm gonna have a proper look round. Like, is she on the ceiling? Can I do a quick sweep of the hotel? Just run round each floor and check there's no obvious flesh chairs.
Yeah, no, you do. You sort of panic and run around, look at them. She must have been doing something, and you do find one room. It's a large room, sort of a family room, where the door has sort of been broken off the hinges, and you see inside the room a couple of signs of a struggle. Things knocked over. There's little splashes of blood, but other than that, no evidence, no flesh chairs, no dead bodies, nothing gross and warped.
Okay, interesting. I'll go back, report to Annalise, and ask which room is free and can I take a key?
Help yourself.
I will walk through to the lobby, get a key from reception, assumably, and out to the front where I assume the policeman is.
Okay. Is he out front?
I told him to keep everyone from going back in.
Yeah, you go out and people are all milling around. Can't see him, but you can't hear sirens. Probably would be expect fire engine to be here within a couple of minutes in this part of Croydon. Nothing so far. Just people milling around. Quite a lot of people. Probably 15, 16.
If I observe them for a moment, is anyone male and on their own?
Yeah.
I will make myself look like another sort of confused and a little bit scared guest who's just waiting outside with them, and I assume when Annalise turns the fire alarm off, which I'll have told her to do because the building's safe now, I will approach that person and go, that was kind of scary.
Oh my god, what happened to your face?
I forgot I had that problem!
Are you okay? That looks really bad. Do you want my coat? And he'll take his jacket off and sort of put it over your shoulders. We should get you to the hospital right now. That is really bad.
Yeah,
Here, take.
I fell down. Do you have a car?
Yeah. Car park. Are you okay to walk?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And he starts leading you around the back to the car park.
I will wait until we get into the car and then.
Okay. Yeah, as he's sort of, he gets into a nice big sort of Audi car. It's quite new, quite flash, top of the range. Sort of gets in, lets you in, helps you sit down. He gets in the other side, goes to start the engine. As you do, you just lean across and just bite down and start drinking. How far do you want to take him?
I think the most. What's
Well,
the most I can do without killing him?
You can go to 1 hunger. If you want to go beyond, I am probably going to make you roll a check because you're on 4 hunger and you've had some bestial failures. So give me a frenzy check.
Frenzy? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it, isn't it? Okay. You're leaving him. You're not draining him till he's dead, then.
No.
No.
I'll just make him feel a bit quite woozy and take me to 1, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he sort of drifts off. It almost looks like he's having a really nice time. He just sort of closes his eyes and just leans back and forgets completely that he was rushing you to the hospital for your wound. You feel the warmth of the blood sort of fill your body. And although your face is still quite sore and angry looking and ripped open in places, you feel a lot better. And as you let go of him, he just sort of clearly quite woozy from the loss of blood, just sort of flops back in the chair with the engine still running. I
will just sort of pry his eyes open if he's going in and out of consciousness or whatever, or slap him on the face lightly and just get him to look me in the eyes so I can say forget.
Okay.
And I will turn the engine off and close the door and walk away.
Okay. What else would you like to do?
I assume when Annalise is happy, everyone is letting themselves back into their rooms and the bodies are disposed of and stuff, that we can proceed to the Blue Orchid on the bike.
Sure. Yeah, she's not got a normal bike. She's got a replacement one. But yeah, as you finish up, she chucks you a helmet.
David says, don't forget to heal. Do I heal for eating?
You can heal non-aggravated damage. Yeah, that's very true. I think it's just a rouse check, isn't it, Davey? I have downgraded your damage, so in fact, there you go. So you can heal now. Yeah, that was feral whatever it is, weapons used to be quite so you can just roll a rouse check per superficial, basically, so you can get back to full.
Because of the ones I did earlier?
Yeah. No, not to full. I've adjusted it, but you can roll more rouse checks to heal. You've got 3. Yeah, in V20 it was aggravated. It was in the older editions as well, which is why I made that mistake. But it was still a brutal hit. It effectively, once you take all of your superficial and then take more superficial, they become aggravated anyway, effectively, don't they? So you've healed the one that took you over. The rest was just superficial. So you've got 3 superficial left. Don't think about it too hard. You've got 3 superficial. If you want to heal them, you can roll 3 rouse checks in between scenes. But there's a risk of your hunger.
Yeah, I've just got back to 1. I'll roll 1.
Yeah.
And there
So
we go.
you heal 1, but your hunger increases. Yeah, it's increased. It's automatically.
That's better.
Okay.
I'll leave it there.
You begin. Yeah, Annalise is does not ride like Hero drives. She's weaving in and out of traffic. She's pulling wheelies as she sort of
You're going to
accelerates
get there
down the
before
road.
us.
She's properly going for it.
It
There's
takes you.
Yeah, and I would say after probably about 10 minutes, Annalise will whiz past Hero's car, and then you will feel, Madame, you'll feel the back brake slam on and the wheels skid out slightly to the side as she sort of slows to let Hero pull up alongside. And she just sort of looks across at Hero driving and takes both hands off the bars and she goes...
See Barnabas in the back of the car just looking like he's about to go mental at how slow they're going.
Just
Seriously
Gerard.
considering attacking Hero in the front just to make it go faster.
Hero will be painfully ignoring Annalise. You know, like when you're trying to I'm paying no attention to this, and he will increase his speed by 2 miles per hour.
Let me just show some pictures for the benefit of those watching. So this is Annalise. She's a Bruja. So that's Annalise. Okay. I mean, Annalise will just sort of shout over her shoulder over the sound of the engine. Hold on, and she's off again. Just leaves him for dust. Hero for dust. You after a short time, you sort of begin to get close to the back entrance, I assume, to the Blue Orchid, which is the warehouse space, and you can see a sort of orange glow against the sky, sort of fiery glow. And as the bike sort of skids to a halt and Annalise takes her helmet off, you can just see flames, fire. It's almost like someone's just doused petrol across the car park and set it alight. It is... no one can see that, can they? It's not very good. Sorry, just 1 second.
They've taken the scene yet. Is that Hero's car on fire?
No, it is
No.
not. And don't even put that idea in my brain.
It is. Yeah, it is. There is a fire. You can see across the car park the warehouse doors have been ripped open. But you can see holding the gap in the door. You see Mimi, and you can see Z as well. Both fighting these 2 huge, warped, monstrous-looking things. Odd things that you remember now. They come back to you from the vision, which felt so real at the time, but kind of stopped feeling real for a while. But then you see them, and yeah, you remember these twisted, weird imitations of humans, but with like too many fingers and bones jutting out. Just absolutely vile looking things. But you only see those 2 things. There is no huge sort of bloodhounds. There's no James. There's no Agatha. You don't actually see Eva either. You just see these 2 twisted beings fighting with Mimi and Z. You see Mimi at one point sort of almost seems to disappear in a blur for a second, and she's round the back of them, hitting one of them with a huge stiletto shoe in the back of the head, leaving it sticking out of its head, and then she's gone again. Z is just stood there, arms out, kind of almost going, "Come on!" And this second one is just stood. It's just stood staring at her, doing nothing. Strange. It's very strange. But there is fire between you and them. What do you want to do?
Tell me about the fire. Like, is it an oil fire, kind of where it's spread out? Is it a line of fire? Is it?
It's lines of fire that have almost. It looks like petrol has been spread and then set alight. You can see patches of fire all around the car park. There's cars on fire, and you can see it sort of slowly creeping across the car park, heading towards the warehouse.
Okay. I didn't drive my car. I drove
Lauther's car.
You did
Lauther's,
drive
yeah.
Lauther's car.
What is the distance from the first line of fire to the next line of fire? Like, to the last line of fire?
I mean, it looks like you could probably drive through it, but it'll be hard. As a vampire, you will need to really use your willpower.
Yeah,
It'll take some courage, because fire is terrifying to a vampire.
Yeah, but so just for Hazel's lack of ability to visualize things, what is the distance, and is it the building at the edge of the distance, or
The building is off probably 100 yards away. Between you and the building is the entrance to the car park and the car park itself. The entrance, across the entrance, has been set on fire. All along the perimeter has been set on fire, and likewise cars and areas of fire have been lit in the car park.
are there any other cars in the car park that aren't on fire?
Not many. There's a couple that look like they might have been abandoned. There's one with no wheels on it.
Sorry, my idea of playing the floor is lava is probably not going to work.
There are patches that are not on fire. It's not the whole car park isn't
Yeah.
all on fire. It's just
But-
there's patches of fire and it's all across the entrance.
And probably the safest way for us is going to be to drive through it.
Yeah, maybe. Can everyone roll me awareness plus wits?
That's Barnabas' sheet.
How have you even got it?
Well, I just opened his little picture.
Oh. You can roll your own, Tom, if you want. Okay.
Oh dear.
The roll was mine, I think.
Okay, as long as it was yours. Okay. One from Barnabas. Hero. Dom.
2s across the board, apart from Gerard.
What did you get?
I got 1 success with a possible peaceful failure.
Okay. And what did you get, Veronica?
2 successes.
2 successes.
Ooh.
Okay. So the lowest was
That's
the
me.
lowest was Gerard. Gerard, roll
Oh dear.
roll me athletics plus dexterity. I'm gonna say.
It's a 1.
Okay. So as you're all sort of the fire is terrifying to a vampire. It is one of the few things that can outright kill you. And you can feel the beast gnawing at you. It sort of does not want to be here. It wants you to leave. It is absolutely terrified. And as you're sort of holding your hands up, you're trying to block your eyes. Everyone except Gerard just becomes aware of something above you moving quite quickly. Quite quickly indeed, and then you see her. You see Ava, and she doesn't look as monstrous as she did in the vision. She looks different, but she still looks furious and inhuman as she swoops out of the sky and just grabs Gerard under the arms, and she's gone past, and she is up, and she is going, her wings flapping furiously, going straight up, and she gets, you can see the weight of carrying another is really slowing her down, and as she sort of tries to gain altitude, she gets to about 10 meters, and Gerard is too much, and she just lets go.
Oh, I'm grabbing onto her.
She's got you from behind. She just picked you up, and we've already rolled. So she swoops and drops. I'll let you roll to try and grab hold of her. You can either roll to try and land on your feet and reduce the harm, or you can roll to hold on to her.
I'm gonna go for holding on.
Okay. Your
Because
shout.
I'm a risky person. What do you need me to roll?
I need you to roll. I think it is dexterity plus. Oh, dear me, dexterity plus athletics, probably. Oh, and I'll let you roll brawl if you want.
Brawl is much better.
Okay. She is gonna try and stop you from holding on. Okay. Yeah, you just feel her let go. She just intended to drop you onto the concrete, potentially into the fire. It's hard to know. And as you feel yourself go, you just grab onto her legs, desperately cling on. She tries to bat you off. She tries to force you off, but you're on. You're clamped on, and yeah, she stops gaining height and sort of levels out and starts to fly towards a warehouse, glide towards a warehouse. What would everyone else like to do?
I know what
Everyone
I'd like
gets
to
in
do
the car.
next.
Can I just address that I forgot that Stu was at the Rosewood? And I don't think I'd forget that.
Okay.
So could I maybe have
I don't
told
think
Stu
Stu
to
was at the
follow?
Rosewood, was he? Wasn't he at the
Yeah,
park?
I told him to hang around the Rosewood in case I needed him.
Okay, sure.
So I'll, as I'm on the bike, probably have hit the window of the car and been like, "We'll go into this place."
Okay.
So
Yeah, he
Stu
can.
is also here.
Okay.
Can we all get into Stu's car and
And
drive
run
through the
away.
fire?
And run away. Yeah, sure. Stu, you don't pay me enough to drive my car through there.
Will you drive that car through there?
Hell yeah.
In the car.
A respectable man. I like it.
But
What?
if you want to, don't die.
Well, I don't really want to, but
No, do it. Go corner.
all right, bye.
You're the escape plan.
Walk off.
Is there a way
Fire.
round the fire mat, like through the other buildings, either side or something? Can I have a try and?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Are you walking? Are you walking the perimeter, trying to find somewhere?
No, I was just thinking if I could dive into one of the buildings either side of it and just run through that building and get round the fire that way, I'd give it a go.
Okay, sure.
That's what I'm going to do.
I mean, it's fenced off.
There is over.
Yeah, what's everyone else doing? She has basically swooped down, grabbed Gerard, and then tried to drop him over the flames, but you can see her flying towards a warehouse with Gerard sort of hanging off her, just like desperately trying not to fall. She's probably about 10 meters up, so the height of a 2-story house. She is not gaining height. She seems to slowly be coming down. You know, she's got these huge, weird, leathery wings, but she's not. They're not powerful enough to propel 2 people for any length of time.
need to dig out the Vampire Masquerade book for what I'm wanting to do.
What's everyone else doing? So Tom, I mean, you can find areas where there's not fire on the fence. You could probably climb the fence quite easily and get in.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it with unseen passage. Well, I'll try and wait to get to the other side. Try and get to the other side of the fire, and then if I can, I'll go invisible and try and go in and see if Max is still safe.
Okay, how are you getting to Max?
Through the blue orchid. I keep wanting to say oyster.
Gotta be.
It's
At the
not
front
actually
end,
on fire yet, is it? Because you said that it was about to be on fire. With the fire was getting to it. Is that correct?
there was clearly lit petrol was sort of slowly trickling
I
towards the
will
warehouse.
get in there if I can. Like I can.
Yeah, so you can see these two weird, monstrous creations fighting with Z and Mimi. You can also see Ava sort of gliding on these weird, ugly bat wings, and slowly losing altitude with Gerard clinging on. There is the front entrance to the Blue Orchid, which would take a little while to get to, but you could try and get in there if it's open, or you might have to break in. The rear entrance is where this fight seems to be occurring.
Okay, I'm going to try and. Okay, what I'm going to try and do, I'll go unseen. Sorry, I couldn't quite get the scene right in my head. I'm going to go unseen, which is a rouse check.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm going to try and climb round to. What the aim is to stop the fire getting to the warehouse, but climb round it to there and to try and get something to block the passage of the petrol, so it just ends before it gets to the warehouse. That's the immediate plan. Everything else we'll worry about later.
Okay. All right. Veronica, what are you doing?
I have a purpose for Stu, if I may. Rather than just wait around the corner, I would like him to stay in the car because he needs to stay away from Batwoman. And
Did you say that woman or Batwoman?
I said Batwoman. And I want him to keep an eye out for any civilians, anyone that might witness what is going on. So I just want him to make sure that he keeps people away. I have no issue with fire engines, but no, say that if any officials attempt to get in and save lives, there's already people in there. Don't go in. Don't go in. It's being handled. But you can put the fire out.
Okay. And Hazel, what are you up to?
I am getting in that goddamn car.
Okay, you're getting in the Alfa Romeo. You're gonna.
Yep, because it's terrifying, but it seems quite thrilling, and I can't turn it down. I need to drive through this.
Okay, give me.
Can I also shout Annalise, Madam, to get in the car?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she will get in the car. She'll turn her bike off. Get in the car. She's still got a motorcycle helmet on.
If I have time to do what I was doing and I can still get in, I'll get in.
Yeah. And then we'll. Yeah. Okay. So you get in the car, and then what? Are you driving through the fire?
Yes. Now, because I don't know the exact layout. If I can I aim the car for one of the creatures?
Yeah, you could try, but there's a risk you'll hit Z and Mimi as well.
They'll see it coming. It's fine. I'm going to try and hit one of the creatures.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll start with Tom then. Yeah, Tom, you climb the fence, you engage obfuscation powers and then sort of disappear from view. Everyone else would lose sight of you as well. You find the areas where the fire is. How would you stop the flow of the petrol?
If I can get something in the way to scrub away the petrol, or like, is there some thing I can use to kind of, I don't know, like throw in the way of it? Like,
give me Give me investigation plus wits.
Like a sand basket or something that might be there for
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
in the warehouse or something.
Yeah.
So what was that?
Investigation plus wits, or because you're trying to find something in the heat of the moment to avert the fire, to stop the problem. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, you're in the car park and you're desperately looking around and you see a bucket full of sand that was clearly used for people taking smoke breaks. It's supposed to be there in case of fire, but people clearly just take a smoke break. And as you, with 4 successes, you sort of throw the sand on the fuel and try and stifle the petrol, you actually see a fire extinguisher as well and a broom, and you start sort of brushing the petrol away. And you manage to stop the fire spreading any further. You stop the flow of the petrol; it sort of catches fire, but
And
is
then we
no
run him
longer.
over.
And then Hazel runs you over. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We'll move to Gerard, slowly gliding over Croydon. What?
I'm biting her leg.
Okay, she is hitting you. So, you're biting her. So brawl plus, I guess, strength because you're holding on.
Okay.
Matt, sorry, could I just have had Brannon find out where if they're flying off, they fly away. She's
Sure.
flying away from. Just have had Brannon while I was coming around. Have Brannon follow.
Sure, no problem.
Can I also use a blood surge to add 2 dice to negate the fact I'm taking a 2 dice penalty for biting her?
Yeah, no problem because she's doing the same.
Shit. Oh no. Can I use willpower to re-roll 3 dice?
Can. Yeah, you can.
Do I just roll flat strength?
Well, how many dice is it?
3, I thought, for a willpower.
Yeah, no, it's three white ones. You can't re-roll.
I didn't get any white ones. Any successes on the white ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'll do the same with her.
Oh shit. Well, I got 3 successes.
Okay, how many
So I
does
got,
she get?
got 5 in total.
She's got 3. What do you mean you got 5 in total? Okay, yeah.
My 2 hunger dice and then 3 re-roll.
Sure. That's another 2. That's actually, believe it or not. So you got 5. She got 5. There's a draw. She is losing altitude though, but she is heading towards these creatures, and she'll probably be there next turn. You're probably about 7 meters up now. You are slowly coming down. She's trying to swipe you, and you can see that the bones in her fingers seem to have been elongated and sharpened. They actually stick through the flesh. And she's trying to swing down and swipe you to get you off. But unfortunately, it isn't working. Right. Next is... Yeah, you are a clinger.
I'm very
Next
needy.
is Hero and others in car. Hero, give me a drive plus composure, I'm going to say, to make it through the flames. Okay, you floor it, and then you get within a few meters, and you bottle it. You slam the brakes on. You just sat there with the flames a couple of meters away from the bonnet of the car, just staring ahead. Can't bring yourself to go through there. It's death. Madame, you're in the car.
So there was another way round the flames via a fence?
Well, Barnabas disappeared, but yeah, he climbed over the fence.
If there is a flame-free path, I will get out the car and take that.
Okay. Yeah, you move round, you find a gap in the fence, and you climb it. I'm not going to make you roll.
I've got cat's grace anyway.
Okay, you don't need to roll then. Okay. Annalise is just going to hit the back of your seat, Hero, and be like, come on.
Sure,
Well, why don't you drive?
Stopped or just driving at a normal speed? It's hard to tell.
Go on, move over then.
He'll jump into
bark at you.
Yeah, he'll jump into the passenger seat.
Okay. She will sort of jump over from the back. Yeah, she's gonna try. She just closes her eyes, puts her foot down. This is how you do it, and just flies through the flames and starts heading towards the fight. She's getting faster and faster. She's just got her foot flat to the floor. This car it's not like super quick, but it's quick enough. And you see yourself hurtling towards these monstrous creatures with
Hero sees nothing. He has closed his eyes. He is praying.
Yeah, you can see this weird bulbous bloated thing which now got 2 stiletto shoes sticking out of its head. They're probably like a size 11. They're pretty big. And Mimi and Z at once seem to see the car coming, and you just they're just gone. They just they move out and are gone. Right. Back to the top then. Tom.
So the fire's safe, the warehouse is safe. I'm going to... Is Gerard on the ground now?
Nope.
No, he's still up in the air. You
I'm
will
having
see these things. So Gerard is probably 7 meters up in the air. Ava he's hanging off her. She's trying to swipe him off. She's slowly coming down. You see these 2 huge, twisted, warped creatures moving into the warehouse now that Z and Mimi have moved with the car heading in. Madame is following over the fence, and Annalise is driving the fire through the fire with Hero.
The warehouse doors, they're big enough for the car to come straight through.
If it's the entrance that we've parked in before, then
Should be, yeah. Big enough to unload a truck.
So is the doors open that the car can come straight through?
They're ripped, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it will be a drive test to see if you can get through it.
And these things are now heading towards the entrance, or are they actually inside?
They've moved it. They're moving inside, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll stay invisible, but I'll stay ahead of them and enter, just ready to the right moment to jump out. And
I don't think you'd be ahead of them, to be honest. You would have had to be hiding in the melee zone to do that. So you can follow them in.
I'll follow them in, and I'll just try and stay hidden. I'm not doing any good otherwise, so I'll follow them hidden.
Yeah, but if you want to try and get ahead of them, you can. They're not particularly quick.
Go on then. I'll
okay.
Staying hidden though, I'll just try and I'll activate Silence of Death as well and try and run around them without getting their attention.
Okay.
It's free cost, I think. So.
Okay. Veronica. Madame.
Have we collided with the creatures. Yeah, I know. Has the car collided with the creatures? Or
No,
creature?
no. So the car is hurtling towards where the creatures were. The creatures have moved inside because Z and Mimi saw the car coming, so they've accelerated out of there as the car's coming in. It's pretty close to going through the doorway if that's what Hero and Annalise decide they want to do. And yeah, you don't know where Barnabas is. He's disappeared. Yeah, they are going to hit next turn.
ZZ? Who's ZZ?
ZZ.
Or Mimi? ZZ Top.
You sort of scan the horizon and you can see that they've sort of moved slightly either side of the door outside. Moved out of the way of the creatures as the car was coming. So yeah, you can see them. They look to be looking to move back into the building as these things have gone inside.
Can I get to them? So I want to stay out of the way of the car and just assumably they're going, once they've been hit, they're going to attack them again. So I'm going to join them in that.
Yeah.
So I'm just to the side waiting for the car to drive by before I do anything.
Yeah. Okay. I don't need to roll anything for that, but yeah, you move up to them and you can see them. They're about to move in.
I'll probably put my hand up to Mimi's face and be like, darling, you've got just a stray hair. Don't talk to me about my cheek.
What a day. Lowther's made a call. I think they're going to get the Max out of here. We just got to deal with this.
Oh, just? Okay.
Hopefully he's got Max out of the front door. There should be a van waiting for us. Excuse me, I've got some arses to kick.
And she will like...
Somewhere in the distance,
you
will probably
in a
hear
blur.
Somewhere in the distance, you'll probably hear in the air, like the "Unhand me, you harpy harlot."
Are you heading in with them, or are you just?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and Z will give you a nod, a smile, and a sigh, and then as well, just like a speeding bullet, just gone from view into the darkness of the warehouse. Jimothy.
So I have a bit more of a colourful way of how I would like to envision this turning out. I am okay. I am going to try and shuffle and clamber behind Ava a tiny bit, so I can climb up. So I'm kind of like between her two wings, and I'd like to grab her by the face.
You know, you're like hanging off a leg, right? You're not.
I know.
Like,
I'm trying to
riding
climb
her.
up her.
She's not got a saddle. You're not.
I know. I'm
not
trying
riding
to climb
her.
up. Climb up.
Okay. Yeah.
And if I can make it onto part of the way up that I can reach her by the face, I'd like to try and like grab her like that and pull her head backwards. And then if I can squeeze it in, make a little sneaky bite attack.
She is gonna reach down with these horrible claws and just try and drop you effectively. So brawl plus strength, please.
Is this to not get dropped?
Well, this is to either climb on her or not get dropped.
Well,
wow.
Did
I get 2 successes? I'm going to spend a willpower.
I'm going to spend one too. I don't know. I will just roll 3 and you can tell me what I got.
Sure. You got 1.
Okay.
So you're trying to climb up and she sees what you're trying to do. And for a moment it looks like neither of you are going to succeed. And then she sort of reaches out and tries to grab you. And you realise that she's got these horrible, vicious, long claws. like bones have pierced through the flesh and been sharpened, and she just manages to shove it into your arm, and you feel it go through, and you see the bones stick out the other side from her fingers. So it is 1 point of superficial damage, but it's not. Oh, hang on, sorry, you got 3, right? I got 4, so it's 1 point of superficial damage plus 2 because it is feral weapon, so it's 3 superficial damage. It's not halved, and you are dropping onto the concrete below. It is not fire. Roll me Dex plus Athletics, please.
I got a 1.
1. You fall about 6 meters, 5 meters probably by now. She's losing height quite rapidly with you on there. So 5. So it is. Unfortunately, you try and land as gracefully as you can. You soften the blow a little bit, but you still take 3 superficial damage as you hit the ground, which is halved but rounded up to 2. So it's 2 superficial damage as you hit the ground.
If the superficial damage thing fills, it then starts becoming aggravated, does it?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
It does. But you're on the ground, and she is flying off towards. You see her actually gaining a little bit of height, flying off towards the warehouse.
Guess I'm just going to
Hazizel, you're just going to chase after?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Hazel. Annalise has burst through the fire, and she's like, are we going in like this? Or you can see Gerard just get dropped onto the concrete, and it lands quite awkwardly. It looks like it probably hurt. But he gets up, and he
does not look good, though.
No, he does not look good. He's probably limping, but he is almost at the warehouse as well.
Where is he in the trajectory of the car?
He's probably in the way, but you can go round him.
I'm not driving, so I can't do anything. I'm waiting for Annalise to...
What are we doing? Are we just driving up or are we driving in?
What the fuck you want to do?
It's lucky I'm hearing it. We'd still be in the car park. We'd still be in the car park at the Rosewood if it was up to you.
She floors it, and she just aims for the door.
Uh-oh.
And you see her aiming for the door, and you're not sure if the rips in the metal door are actually big enough for the vehicle to fit through. And in fact, as you get closer, you're like, yep, definitely not big enough to fit through that gap. Whatever happens to this car, it is not going to be drivable afterwards. But she's like, her aim is perfect. She seems to know where to hit it so that most of the car goes through. The wings come off. You see a wheel bounce off. The bonnet crumples and flicks up over the windscreen, and then it's gone. And then you just see this huge hulking purple creature as the car just slams into them. Barnabas, can you give me a Dex plus Wits? I'm gonna say, as you see the car hurt, you hear the crash and see it hurtling through. You're good. You see it heading towards one of these creatures just as it's about to hit. You manage to stand behind a sort of girder in this warehouse. And although the car doesn't hit it, it protects you from a lot of the debris and stuff. And let's see.
For my own peace of mind.
Yeah.
Did Annalise go around me or through me?
Or over him?
She went round you. She went round you. She didn't know where Barnabas was because he was hiding. It's rolled. Okay, that's not right. But yeah, and she hits this huge now you see it up close. It's almost like the head is made of two heads. It seems to have too many limbs, 3, maybe 4. You can't really tell. It's bloated and purple and bruised looking. And the car just sweeps its rather ample legs off it, and it rolls over the bonnet and sort of hits the floor. The other you see is already ahead and bursting through the doorway on the way to the room that you know contains the stairs down into Max's area. Right. I'm losing track now. Right, who's next? Probably Madame, isn't it?
Where's Eva?
You don't know. Do you want to look for her?
Yeah.
Yeah, awareness plus wits or awareness plus intelligence. I'll let you choose.
Not intelligent.
Okay. You look. You're inside, right?
Yep.
You can't see her. She doesn't seem to be in here. I mean, you're not 100% certain, but you can't see her in here. You suspect she's outside.
Then I'm gonna go back outside and look for her there.
Okay. You head back outside. You see the. You obviously see the. You see the car come through. Obviously, you still don't know where Barnabas is. He's dodged it without being seen. You see it hit one of these creatures. I only made you roll, Tom, because you did say you were getting ahead of it, so you were near it. You do head outside and you look up, and you can, as you look up, you see her on the edge of the building, just leaning over and looking down. You see her start to like pop and crack, and you can actually hear the popping of bones. And you see like the rib cage start to come out through the flesh, and the ribs flatten and grow. Her face sort of elongates, her jaw widens. You see like her take on almost this weird, hideous bat-like visage. She just becomes more bestial and more brutal looking, and then you just see her lean back and she's gone out of sight.
Can I use my turn to attempt to goad her?
Sure. Yeah.
With some, as I watch this, some sort of exclamation of how awful she looks, and that there are at least 4 Toreador in here that can give her a makeover, so why doesn't she come down and fight rather than being a pussy bitch up there?
Go on, go for it. Go for it. Do your worst. Okay, give me I would say that's manipulation plus either persuasion or performance.
They're the same.
I'll let you choose. Are they okay?
Although, to be fair, it would probably be more performance, because I'm like, one of these has already slashed my face open.
Okay. 6 successes. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you well, what do you say? What do you shout up?
Come down here and fight like a real woman.
You see her lean back over. Weird warped face. It's almost like a bat head. Her head doesn't look human anymore. In fact, none of her looks human. You can see these weird chitinous plates seem to have appeared all over her body, and she just steps off the side of the building and drops, and at the last second these huge leathery wings just open up, and it just slows her, and she just lands very gently in front of you.
This is how I die. Let's move on.
I'm here too. However, I imagine Gerard takes a moment to give Madame a thumbs up to be like, I'm here too. But because him hitting the concrete of the floor put him into aggravated damage, I imagine like his arm is probably like loosely snapped where he hit the floor. So he's like, he raises his hand with the thumb and then it's like down there.
A slightly bent arm, yeah, where there isn't a joint. Okay, well, Gerard, what do you want to do?
Well, if she's on the floor,
I mean, you can heal, by the way,
I could,
but it would use your turn.
or I could punch her in the face
You could,
With your good arm.
with my good arm.
sure.
Matt's looking at me like that. It's not a wise decision.
Davey's like, heal the superficial. Can't heal it when you're in. Well, you can heal when you're in torpor, but it's not quite so easy.
No, I'm going to punch her.
Really?
Dave, the voice of reason.
Davey's like, no.
Jim is the voice of chaos.
bold choice, Davey says.
Let chaos
He's right.
reign.
He's right. He's right. Bold choice.
Gerard at that moment will probably let slip how infuriatingly pissed off he is in the moment, and he will, even with his little limpy wank arm, that's probably not the way I should have phrased that. He will kind of like rush forward with the intent of like whacking her in the face quite squarely.
Okay. Roll.
Well, I'm going to do a blood surge because I want to punch her in the face pretty hard.
Okay.
And then it's...
He is him hitting the floor and seeing his arm and be like, oh no, my wanking arm. Oh no. Oh no.
So
Not that one. Take the other one. Take the other one.
I forgot to add the fucking bonuses for rousing.
Okay.
Blood surge. I don't know how to add just 2 dice. I'll just roll 2.
Just do /R D10. Are you sure it's 2? Shouldn't it be 1?
It says 2 on my sheet.
Oh, okay.
It says blood surge.
So
add 2 dice.
It does. You're right. It's a 1 extra one, isn't it? Okay. So you got 5 successes. No, in fact, that's 2 more successes. So you got 7 successes. You come running in, with your knuckle duster, with your other floppy arm with the broken bone in it. You punch with all your might. You call upon your blood. You just do everything, and she just turns her face like that and just lets you hit her, and it just exploded 2 10s. Yeah, you get two successes. You get 4 successes, don't you? Because she's not expecting it to hit, but you do indeed hurt her, because you've actually got 9 successes and she got 7 to dodge it.
So that's 4 superficial damage to her face.
4 superficial damage, which is halved, sadly, because it's superficial. But yes, you clock her, but you can feel as you hit her that she almost seems to have like this hard outer shell now, almost like her bones have warped and came outside her body. It's odd.
If there's any
but you hurt her.
If there's any kind of like reaction, like a, oh shit, and like a brief stumble, he'd be like, yeah, fucking try it now, you arrogant bitch. And then he'll put up his like compound fractured arm in like a boxing pose.
Nice. Hero, you're with Annalise in the car. The car's not going anywhere now. You see this huge purple bruised looking beast slowly clambering to its feet as I assume you and Annalise exit the car. What would you like to do?
Well, I imagine that the crumple zone has completely destroyed the door, so I'm probably climbing through a window. And then I want to make a run for the internal door. So I'm heading into the building.
Okay. Sure. What,
And-
towards where Max is, or because
Yeah.
the other one has headed that way, or so it seems.
And can I take out my phone?
Yeah.
I'm going to call my contact and I am just going to say, Blue Orchid, now. Hang up the phone and keep running.
Okay. Sure. You just hear it. Okay. Just round the corner. You run through. Indeed, you see as you run through the door, you see this other weird, warped, twisted horror of nature. Just turn the corner. You see Lowther in his purple plum suit with Max over his shoulder, running the opposite direction out towards the exit onto the street at the front. He obviously sees this thing coming and decides against it, and he is trying to leave. Yeah, nice. Do you want to do anything else?
If I can
You'll
take a
notice-
shot at the thing, I'll take a shot at the thing.
Yeah,
with the
go
shotgun.
for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah. You kind
I-
of phone in one hand, shotgunned in the other. I probably will give it an armor bonus, but it's pretty much out in the open, so
Okay. So
it's not hard to hit.
firearms and dex? Or
Yeah.
composure?
On the fly, I would say Dex.
Okay.
Composure is all about being cool and in the face of danger. This is kind of you trying to do two things at once. Okay, 4 successes. Not bad. Not bad. What have we got? Let's see. I'm going to get some real dice and just start rolling them in front of me. It will be so much quicker. 2 successes. Yeah, you fire and hit it square in the back. You see blood start to seep out where you've hit the pattern of the shells. You definitely hit it. It doesn't seem to slow its stride. It doesn't even seem to turn to see what it was. But you
I'm
hurt
just going
it.
to shout, get him in the van.
Okay. Tom, Barnabas, you've avoided the car as this huge purple one was hit. You see Hero head off through the door after the other one. Annalise is stood there trying to figure out what to do with this lumbering creature getting to its feet in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'll appear. I'll just come around the side of the pillar with the fire extinguisher in my hand, and I'll smash the thing around the head of the fire extinguisher while it's trying to get up.
Okay, nice. Yeah, fair play. Give me a brawl. Yeah, brawl plus strength.
Can I boost this one?
Yeah, you want to do a blood surge.
Because I have awful abilities in that respect otherwise.
So it's rouse check first. So your hunger increases, but you still get the benefit. So it's whatever. I don't know what yours is actually. It's probably 2 dice, same as Jim.
Yeah, it is.
Blood surge is normally 1 dice, but I think you're all slightly older, so.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh dear. Yeah, you clock it, but what did it get? 2. So you got 0. Okay. Yeah, no, sadly you
Steel failure.
in fact it hits as it's getting up, you go to hit it with the fire extinguisher and it grabs the end of it and just thrusts it in your face. You just feel it hit your nose, right in the face. So that is 2 superficial damage, half to 1. Because it's not aggravated. So that's 1. It was worth a go. It was worth a go.
So impressive that was. Trying to impress Annalise.
I mean, she's there. She's going to come in and she's a bit further away, but she'll come in and help you in a second. Madame, you're stood. Ava is stood in front of you.
Hero, where did you leave the car? Your car.
I believe it was parked somewhere around the Blue Orchid because we arrived in my car and then I swapped out
But
to
not in
Loafers.
the garagey entrance area.
I can't remember. I might
Look
have.
for it if you want.
Right. Session 2, 3. In case I needed a Molotov, I got a lighter, which I assume I can keep on me, but I would have left the whiskey in the car. This is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Is there not a bar at this place?
I just wanted to, if it was nearby, then I would have gone there.
You'd have to get into it, and if you try and break that lock, Hero will never talk to you again.
See, I was thinking about this. Hero is the age of a granddad, and that explains the driving. Even if he looks young.
He has his reasons.
Very appreciable that he drives slow when there's a Nosferatu in the car.
I'm just not fit for melee. I just wanted to hear. Can I look around for a flammable liquid?
I mean, you can. The chances are pretty slim.
Okay,
I'll
never
be
mind.
honest.
I
I'll
don't
be
know what
honest.
sort of thing we have in this warehouse.
No, I would
Paint,
say.
turpentine.
I mean, you've got her attention.
In a warehouse, do you have big crates?
You are like stood within a few feet of her, so
I want to. Are there any big crates?
not really.
Okay, I just want to put some distance between me and her. Then.
Okay, she's gonna come for you. She did encourage her to, so she is gonna come for you.
I don't get to like punch her as she leaves, do I?
Yeah. Well, it's all kind of going off at once, so you're kind of all within melee range. She used her turn to change into that form, so that's why she didn't attack last time. So she is going to attack this time, but she's going to go for Gerard because Gerard hit her.
I just forget my mouth shut now.
So brawl.
I would like you to roll very badly, Matthew, please.
I know you would.
Because I am not in a good condition, and I may be regretting my choice.
Yeah.
Wait, so is my turn just spent running away?
Well, it's up to you. What do you want to do? I'm just resolving the combat here.
I'm confused by the turn order.
4 successes, Gerard. So you can just roll strength plus brawl to fight, and whoever gets the most wins. Or you can athletics plus dex if you just want to dodge. And I'll give you a bonus probably, or a change to the difficulty. Yeah, what do you want to do? I mean, are you trying to look for a piece of wood? Is that what you're saying?
It was what I was saying. I'm going to change tack, remembering that I was the last one with the shotgun.
You have got a shotgun?
Shotguns.
Yeah.
So I do want to put distance between me and her, but if I can also get a shot off, that would be lovely.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. You're not quite. Gerard ran up and punched her. You weren't in melee with her, so yeah, you can shoot and run if you want. So it'd be firearms plus dex, or firearms plus composure potentially.
Would you like to resolve? Would you like to resolve that? Oh no, it's not really going to make a difference, is it?
Okay.
For the record, yeah,
you fire. You hit her. You hit a square. It's a good hit. You're not trained with the shotgun, but it's a good hit. But she just laughs. And you run. Where are you running to?
not in the direction of where I know Max is. I want some other corner of this warehouse.
Okay, sure.
Whilst Ava is distracted by the fact that Madame has just blindsided her with a shotgun.
Well, Ava has hit you, so you need to roll either brawl plus either some melee plus strength, or brawl plus strength, or dex plus athletics if you want to dodge.
I retaliate by trying to bite her again.
So you still need to attack her to be able to bite her. So
no,
2. So that's 4 superficial.
Okay.
Halved to 2.
Okay. I'm looking very bad.
You still up?
I am. I probably won't be next time.
Oh dear, yeah, Gerard, Madame is looking bad. He is. His arm is clearly broken at an angle. He is ripped up, torn up. He is looking bad. He is looking really bad. Hazel, what would you like to do? You see Lowther carrying Max, and he runs through the gallery, gets to the front entrance door, which is bolted, and he literally just punches it through. Like with one punch, the door just flies off the hinges, and he's out in the street, and he's looking left and right, trying to figure out what to do. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try and run for the same door. I'm trying to get around the other lumbering thing.
Yeah. Okay. What in front of it?
I don't know exactly where it is. I'm trying to get to that door. I'm trying to avoid getting into the reach of that thing. I don't know how big the gallery is.
It's more like corridors, but yeah, it's big. If you want to try and skirt round it, it would probably be a good question. Be like Dex plus athletics, or you could go for a stealth option. It's up to you, really, how you want to go about it.
Okay, so it's in front of me. It's not looking at me. I've shot it, and it's pretty much ignored me shooting at it.
You hurt it, but it seems to be focused on.
Okay, I will take unseen passage and try and run past it.
Okay. All right.
So that is a rouse check?
It is, yeah. Hunger does not increase, but yeah, you use the scenery, use pot plants, use whatever you need to just disappear from sight, move around, and get ahead, and you find yourself outside the door with this thing lumbering up behind, with Lowther. Like, there's supposed to be a van. Where the fuck is it?
I'm running out into the street. Do I see anything down the road?
You see a large white truck approaching, unbranded, no text on it, no logos, just a large white truck. In fact, I have a picture. And it pulls up. And Lowther's can't see you at the moment because you're unseen, but Lowther's like looking at it a bit, trying to figure out if it's the right one. He looks over his shoulder, he sees this thing lumbering towards him.
If I can drop unseen passage, it, I'm running to the back of the van. I am opening up the thing, and I am trying to get him to put Max in it right fecking now.
Okay, Lowther's like, is this us, hero? And as you open the shutter, you can see, like, it's basically a meat truck. You can see like halves of cows just hanging up in rows in the back of this truck. all the way down, refrigerated. Okay, fuck it, and he sort of puts Max into the truck and sort of slides him in. What do we? Where's the others? Do we need them in? Are we going? Where's Z? Where's Mimi?
Don't know. They're not here. Do we send him? And we'll catch up. What do we need to do?
I don't know. Where's the rendezvous? We need to get Max out of here. And as you're having this discussion, suddenly you see Mimi and Z sort of rush up behind this one that is approaching the door, and you just see them start to lay blows on it, start pummeling away, start beating it, and now they have its attention. You can see this is the one with it's still got stiletto shoes sticking out of its head, and you see Mimi grab it, pull it out of the head, and then stick it in its chest. Lowther is in, and he's like, "Do we close it?" Z, Mimi,
get out, send him. We'll catch up. So I'll try and move him away from the van, close it, bang the side of it, and start running back towards the fray.
Okay. Yeah. Lowther sort of helps you shut it. The truck starts to pull away, and you head back in. Yeah. Right. Tom, Barnabas.
And so well last time. I'm going to just wave around in front of it, trying to keep its attention, in the hope that Annalise sneaks up behind it and can actually do some better damage to it.
Yeah, I did forget to attack with Annalise, didn't I? Sorry, last time.
So I'm just sort of waving intentionally keeping out of its grasp, but just waving the fire extinguisher at it, trying to look like I'm trying to hit it, but just dodging that, trying to dodge away.
Sure. Yeah, I'll roll for her because I did forget. Oof, blimey. She is brutal, isn't she? This is for Lasco because I forgot, but Annalise will land a blow and hit it, and you just hear one of the arms crack and break and bend backwards, but it seems to have 4, so it's not really a problem. What were you going to do? Sorry,
So I was going to say just waving the fire extinguisher at it to try and look like I'm hitting it, but keep its attention so it doesn't see Annalise coming. So that was to try and distract it so she can do more damage.
Sure. Okay, almost like a help action.
Yeah.
Let's see how it does in this combat. Okay, 4 successes, 7 successes. That's 3 plus 6. Yeah, she just, as you're waving the fire extinguisher, it's angry from you trying to hit it before. And as you do, Annalise just comes up and just gives it this uppercut in the back of the head, and you swear you see it lift off the floor very slightly. You feel the blow. It's wounded. It's definitely hurt. I mean, it's still incredibly robust and staying upright. But would you like to do anything else?
Well, no, I'm just trying to keep. If it starts to turn to look at Annalise, I'll just jab it with a fire extinguisher to try and keep its attention on me.
Okay.
Make it easier for her.
Sure. Madame.
Me again.
Yeah, you've ran. Ava is stood by Gerard. Gerard is looking incredibly bad. But you will see Ava sort of turn her head. See her expression change. It's harder to read now. She's this weird feral bat creature, and she'll just be like, "Oh!" And you see the wings start to, and she starts to lift off.
Is she inside with us at the moment?
No, she's still outside with Gerard, just outside the door.
I'm not fast. Can I?
Go on, you,
Die. I will pursue her. If I can see she's heading up, is there a drain pipe or something? And does Cat's Grace help me with climbing at all, or is that just balancing?
I mean, I'll let you try and rush out. You've got celerity, haven't you? So I'll let you try and rush out.
What you want in celerity.
No, I know, but I'll let you try and get out and stop her from taking off if you like. Likewise, Gerard, if you're next to her, so if you two want to coordinate, that's fine by me. But yeah, what would you like to do, Madame? If you want to just try and stop her taking off, I will allow it.
I'll just be shit at it.
What other things have you
that's
got?
all like that. That's it. I can tell her to look at me. Wait a minute. I can tell her to look at me. Will this work in this situation? I know why she's annoyed and why she's going to leave. Can I attempt to tackle her to stop her getting away and look at her and say, forget?
Sure, you can try.
It's not going to work, but this is what I have to work with.
Sure.
How far away is the fire from that entrance where we're fighting?
There's probably a fire within, I don't know, 15, 20 meters, but the warehouse isn't on fire.
Okay, I'll go with the tackle and forget.
Okay, she's slowly starting to lift off. You can see that it takes an incredible amount of effort to fly. She's a heavy creature. You run out, grab her feet, and she looks down at you. And at that moment, you say, "What are you making her forget? Just the last few minutes, or the last thing that she did?
The last minute." So.
Yeah. So give me a. So what is it? It's charisma plus dominate.
Versus wits and resolve.
Yeah.
And can I whatchamacallit it? Power blood surge thing.
Blood surge.
Yes, of course you can. Yes.
I'll do a rouse check.
Very good.
And then I'll do, what is it? Oh god, I need to go back to it. Charisma
plus dominate.
What is my dominate?
She got 2 successes.
Oh, it did it for me. But it didn't. It didn't add my 2 from. Did it?
No.
No, it didn't add my 2 from.
So just do /R space 2d10.
I said no. I don't know. I can't see your sheet.
I can see a character sheet. It didn't. Okay. You got 2 successes. You got 3 successes.
3, yeah.
So you see, as you grab her and she's beginning to take off, she looks down and you just forget. You see the face kind of look confused for a second. And then she seems to stop flapping and just slowly, well, not slowly, quickly drop back to the ground. Bends her knees and then stands and flexes, and you hear all these chitinous plates on her chest and arm sort of crack and pop. And she pops her neck like that and then just raises her hands. But whatever it was she heard, she's forgotten she heard it. Gerard.
Can I use that window of confusion to try to bite the bitch again?
Yeah, well, if you're doing a cold shot, it's quite a lot more difficult. But if you're brawling her,
yes, but I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So set for the will boost, blood surge rather, so I don't take the penalty.
Sure. Okay.
I win.
You win by 1, so 1 point of damage plus 2 for your knuckle dusters. I assume you're still using them.
Well, I mean, I'm biting it, so I don't have.
I think a bite isn't a bite like -5 or something stupid. It's a cold shot, isn't it? Davey might know. I need to look it up quickly.
It says players must declare their intention to bite before rolling their dice and remove 2 dice from their pool.
Okay, did you remove 2 dice?
I did. I used my blood surge to make it
To
flat.
counteract it. Okay. Does that sound right, Davey? So you lose 2 dice, but he blood surged to cancel out that. So it's okay. Yeah, you bite her then.
I'm draining her entirely.
Can't do that in 1 turn, but yeah, you can start drinking.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. Hero.
Who's currently in melee? Just so I can plan this out properly.
Z, Mimi, Lowther's with you.
Okay,
Sort of
and
back in the
they're
door.
in the kind of the frontage of the building.
Yeah.
I'm running back through, avoiding that conflict. I want to get out to the back.
Okay. Sure.
Am I able to do anything else, or do I just spend that turn running?
I mean, I'll let you go by without rolling anything because it's very occupied. So if you just want to go to the back, I'll let you run straight to the back.
Okay, and then I just want to know, so is Barnabas visible and in melee?
Yes, Barnabas is wielding a fire extinguisher. You can see Annalise is fighting with this creature. As a weapon during a to attempt a bite attack. Remove 2 dice. Bite attacks are easy to defend against and harder to target. Regardless of the number of successes, Vampire Fangs do 2 points of damage with a win. Fangs deal aggravated damage. Okay.
This
Thanks,
is what
Davey.
Thanks, Davey.
The page I was
Perfect.
reading.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy the book because with my laptop's not letting me load the PDF.
No.
Gerard is biting Ava.
You can see Gerard through the door outside, biting Ava.
And can I see anything of Madame?
Yeah, she's stood right next to Ava, looking like, what the hell am I doing here?
Okay, I don't think I've got enough time for what I want to do in this round, so I'm just going to head for Madame.
Well, what do you want to do?
I want to talk to Madame.
Yeah, you can kind of. I mean, you can say something, but you can't have a conversation, no.
Well, do you want to cut me off at the point where you're like, that's enough?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll run up to Madame.
Well, like 10 seconds. If you think about it, like 10, 15 seconds, whatever you can say in that time.
Okay. Let me get this right. You can't trust them to keep you safe. They've already failed. They couldn't keep Max safe. And I am sorry. I know I've deceived you, but I have never lied to you. And then I'm going to leg it to my car.
Okay. Barnabas. You muted, buddy. Or you just...
She's running away. No, I'm still...
Car?
I'm still with this guy. I'm honestly going to keep doing it until this thing's down. It's just distracting it. Because there's not a lot else I can do.
Okay.
Hazel, can you write what you said in the chat for me to process?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, give me a strength plus brawl. Or melee if you prefer to use the fire extinguisher. I will give you bonus damage for using the fire extinguisher.
But it's 1 dice either way, really.
Okay. Strength.
I've got nothing. I don't need any of it.
Okay. Sorry.
I didn't think this through when I made the character.
I know. I probably should have. I probably should have made sure that there was a non-combat option, but okay, yeah, you clock it round the back of the head. Annalise again just gives it this. She takes a step back and then leans forward, and the back foot comes forward. She just hits this 7 foot tall, absolutely lumbering, and she just hits it on a downward with her fist in the chest, and you just see it like drop on its face, just hit the ground from the impact, and then sort of gets up and takes a swing back at her, and you just see these weird hands covered in like far too many fingers, all of them which are just bones sticking through, and it strikes Annalise across the face. You just see red stripes across her face, and one of her eyes just goes. It's absolutely brutal. Is that everything you want to do?
Well, I was trying to keep its attention, but if it looks away and goes at her, I will try and kind of clock it or trip it, or try to use my dexterity rather than kind of an attack. So if I can impede the attack on her by, as it's swiping at, just clocking it, just bashing its arm with the fire extinguisher, just doing it.
Sure. Okay.
Just to disrupt its effort.
Yeah, well, you will automatically bring its defense down because it's defending against multiple. As this is occurring, Barnabas, you see out through the door in the car park, you see a white van come bursting through the flames. It's sort of a 7.5 ton cargo truck. It's quite old and tatty. It bursts through the flames and sort of skids to a halt outside the back door. You see the shutters on the back sort of start to open, and someone go, get Max in here. And Madame.
I've only just started processing this.
There's no time for processing.
Where has Hero gone?
He's literally ran past, and he's heading towards his car in the car park.
Through the fire side.
It's this side of the fire by the looks of it. Yeah, it's hit. Well, yeah, because the black car that you arrived in, Lowther's car, is trashed. It drove it through the door, and the door was narrower than the car, so not all of the car got through.
That lorry's now just made a lovely little exit for me.
So wait, sorry, again, visualizing.
The truck
The lorry is
up.
on one side of the building, Hero's on the other side. No.
There is the building. There is you, Ava, and Gerard. Hero runs out of the building. The truck is the other side of you to the building. So you've got building, Hero. Building, Gerard, Madame, Ava, truck, and then Hero is running off towards his car.
Is it Lowther in the truck saying "Get Max in"?
Nope. It looks like a young. It looks like a blonde girl. Who I don't think you've seen before, but she looks like this. She looks quite young. Green eyes, blonde hair, sort of wearing paint splattered clothing.
Swear we've seen her, or we know of her.
Oh,
Come on. I'm going to push you. What do you want to do? And she's like, where's Max? Get him in here now. Let's go.
Sorry, who's she saying that to?
Just to you all.
This blonde girl.
Yeah.
How does Ava look?
She looks mildly wounded, but fine. Everyone's shaking their heads. What's wrong?
Oh, I'm specifically not involving myself in this as I'm currently occupied.
Come on, V. Sorry to put the
I
pressure on.
follow hero.
Okay, you follow hero. Yeah, you run off. Ava is going to take a swipe at you, I think, as you go, which means you can't take a swipe at. You can either roll a brawl plus strength or a dex plus athletics if you just want to dodge.
Dex plus athletics to dodge.
Okay. What do we get? 6. So that is 4. She strikes you with these weird clawed fingers. So that is 4 superficial damage, not halved. But you're off after hero. She doesn't seem to be following. She's staying with Gerard. Gerard.
Well, I'm going to continue my bite attack to suck down some more of the blood. I'm hoping that she's quite high up on thirst at the moment because she's made a lot of blood surges too. Or she's roused a lot.
She has, but I think biting does aggravated damage. I'm not sure it lets you feed.
Against a vampire target, a feeding attack increases the target's hunger by 1 turn.
Okay, yeah. All right then. All right, yeah. So you're biting again?
Yeah.
Okay. She can do the same to you.
So is this a feeding circle now?
Yeah. Well, she seems quite feral and animalistic, and after you've bitten her, she's just this furious scream. Six and 6. It's a deadlock, but you see her getting infuriated and furious, and she's like, "How dare you!" As you sort of bite, but neither of you manage to get the fangs in and do the damage. It's kind of a deadlock, despite your broken arm, despite how hurt you are, and despite how strong she is, because she's strong. You fend her off, but neither of you bite the other. Hero, as you run towards your car, you get your keys, you start unlocking it. Madame is running up behind you.
I'm going to shout at her, please just trust me. Does she look like she's about... Does she look like she's about to attack me, or do I think that she might...
not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. What have you done? What's going on?
Just get in the car. We need to get out of here. I promise I will look after you.
I don't need looking after.
It could be something so great.
Where is he and Mimi?
Don't know. You don't know. Are you asking Hero that?
I was asking you that.
Okay, you don't know. They went into the building. You haven't seen them since.
Stu and I will meet you where?
I need you to come with me now.
Do.
He's safer away from you. And then if she doesn't look like she's softening, if she doesn't look like she's going to listen, I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to drive away.
Last chance. Are you getting in?
Need to know what's going on.
I will explain everything to you.
Last
If I
chance.
come with you, okay. One last question: if I come with you, does Croydon survive?
A. Croydon survives.
I get him.
Okay, you get in the car. Okay, back to Barnabas.
Tom's gonna kill me.
Yeah, Barnabas, as you're dancing around with this strange twisted creature, you fight, and then after a few moments, Z and Mimi sort of burst into the room and join in. You quickly beat this creature down between you, and everyone is just stood, like trying to assess, and then they realise that Ava is outside. Ava is in the process of trying to, probably about to take off, maybe fighting Gerard. It's hard to tell. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Well,
Sorry, Barnabas, not Gerard. Barnabas. I was just describing.
Gerard, and I'll run out to try and help pull him off Ava.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Are you actually physically trying? Do you want?
I will run out. I'll run out and I'll try and grab Gerard to try and pull him off Ava. So I'm worried about him.
Are you resisting or?
I think I would. Yes.
Okay. Give me. You can either do brawl plus strength or athletics plus strength, Tom, and yeah, Gerard will be dex plus athletics.
Oh, Gerard, dex plus athletics for me.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're not fighting him. I assume you're just trying to stop him from pulling you away.
Yeah. Okay. A success with the bestial failure.
Okay, you. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say you sort of, he's trying to pull you off and you just lash out backwards and just catch him in the face. It doesn't do any damage, but you know it hurts for a second. Gerard.
I am going to continue trying to drain Ava.
Okay, she is going to do the same to you.
Hooray! Who would have thought?
Hooray! Who would have thought? She is gonna blood search. Dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So that is 7 superficial damage, of which it is not halved. I'm sorry to say.
Well, I only had 2 superficial damage left.
Okay. So yeah, you try and pull him off, Barnabas, because you can see where this is going. She is wounded a little bit, but not horrendously so. And Gerard just he's like a feral creature. He's going for the neck. He clearly wants to drain her, and she just raises this huge clawed hand, and you just see it catch Gerard in the back of the head, and she just thrusts his face into the ground. You see blood splat. And he is still. He is very still, and she looks at you, smiles with this weird bestial sort of bat face, and just the wings start to go, and she up into the air.
Can I call her? As she's going, as she's lifting off, I want to call the pigeons nearby just to just out of spite.
Well, rouse check then. Your hunger increases, but yeah, some pigeon shit on her.
just for the indignity of it.
You see her sort of grab one of the puff of feathers as she just grabs it and throws it. Okay, we're out of combat. Hero, Madame. Hero seems to get the
driving.
courage to drive through the flames this time. Heading away from the Blue Orchid.
I call Stu and tell him to go home.
Well, glad to hear from you, Madame. Everything all right?
Not a fucking clue, buddy. Go home.
All right, you know where I am.
You think Tom's gonna murder me?
Oh dear. You just sit in silence in the
Okay,
car.
I will. No, I definitely am not. Can't trust them to keep me safe. Who's they?
See? The Camarilla.
And who are you?
I'm whoever you need me to be.
Stop the car.
Keep driving until I get to the black van.
Okay. He doesn't stop the car.
Can I
won't
see
hurt
out the
you.
window? Can I see what happened behind us? Can I see Ava gets away?
You do see Ava taking off into the sky.
Okay. And then I will just sit in this car waiting to be let out. I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, Hero keeps driving until you come to a large black minibus type van. See the door on the side open, sliding door. See a guy stick his head out. He sees Hero's car, raises a hand. He's kind of where is he? Kind of ordinary looking. Got a hoodie, facial hair.
I'll nod at him. Take the keys out of the ignition. Look at Madame. You really can be something great. Croydon needs someone who really is going to protect it. I can make you great if you trust me. I haven't lied to you. Stop it!
But you're not telling me anything.
If you come with me, I will tell you everything.
And
But
if
I won't.
don't, you disappear.
If you want to find me again, you can find me again. But you can join us.
If you
can
are what I think
lead
you are,
Croydon.
I have joined you. And it didn't work. And can I let myself out of the car and start to walk away? Oh, and can I turn back and say, and you really need to work on that recruitment speech, because for the amount, if I had a penny for the amount of men who had told me to trust them and that they knew what was best for me, boy no.
Not that I
No.
think that I am best for you, it is that I think you are the best for us. And with that, I'll walk towards the van and I'll text Stu to come and pick her up.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
walking back to the Blue Orchid a really long way.
Okay. Yeah, you see Carl get out of the van. Yeah, we got him. Good work.
Good.
He's secure. You couldn't persuade her then.
No, but we'll see what happens. She might still come to us.
All right. Okay.
And we'll
Yeah.
keep an eye on Gerard. I don't think it would take too much to turn him.
Don't know. Jimmy Twocox was watching, and he reckons Gerard went down.
It'll take a lot to keep him down, especially with the others around. For now, we just need to lay low.
Okay. Right. In you get then. You're leaving your car here.
Suppose I could just get it sprayed. It doesn't have to be this colour. I don't know. Let's see if Blister will come and pick it up later.
I think it's going to be a while before he wakes up anyway. This Malkavian. But he's in the right hands now. Alright, well, Sophie's in here. You know her, don't you? And you see, as you approach the van, you see this quite pretty girl with an eye patch. You can see sort of wounds from under the eye patch, and one of her eyes is quite black. And you actually know her as Sophia. So he's calling her Sofa, and that's a bit weird, but you know that Carl has a bit of a love of giving everyone nicknames. You dread to think what yours is. And he's looking at you expectantly as if he wants you to ask. All right, go sit next to Sofa.
Don't you worry, I get it. It's just not funny. And
It's a bit.
Right. Absolute dickhead. And he chuckles as he gets in the van.
Okay. Sliding door shuts. Van drives off into Croydon. We return to Barnabas with a torpid Gerard. The rest of the kindred managed to deal with the remaining creature. What would you like to do after a few minutes? Madame will come walking back. The flames have started to go out. You can walk through now.
Where's Max? Is he safe? I'm saying this to Z while I'm trying to turn Barnabas over and turn Gerard over and make him feel trying to see what he's.
Z gestures towards the truck with the blonde girl in it, and they just shake their head. That was our truck.
Fuck. Well, where is he?
Can I walk up
There we
and
go.
say,
Yeah.
who put... Well, is Lowther there?
Yeah.
Did Hero put him in the truck, in a different truck?
I was told it was a white truck and it would arrive. Hero told me to put it in.
Hero is an Anarch. Max is with the Anarchs.
You are kidding. After all this work, we gave Max away. CZ just leans up against the sort of torn shutter door. Shakes their head.
Well, it's been a day. Sun's not far off up. We probably need to clean up, help Gerard, and figure this out tomorrow.
Let me bring him inside.
Yeah, you drag him inside.
Help with what I can, and then I'll. Hero said that they sent Stu to me, so I assume Stu's back outside.
Well, no, Stu, you sent Stu home, so he's not there unless you call him.
I
And-
text him, but he'd probably call
Okay.
you or something.
Yeah, he probably would call you after a while.
Yeah, I'll help with what I can, and then I'll let Stu take me home.
Okay. Okay. So, so we'll probably wrap it up there. Yeah, unfortunately, in the confusion and the melee, Hero managed to load Max into another truck. Max is no longer in the hands of the Camarilla, but likewise not in the hands of Ava and probably the Sabat. So
This is Alien all over again.
I know. Halfway through that discussion, I was like, "Is Hazel the synth again?"
the secret android again.
It doesn't work! Anarchy doesn't work!
Hazel knows, but it was quite fun. The number of times snakes were mentioned, and the fact that he didn't talk to Max, and he was driving slowly to stop you being able to get to places, and all of this stuff. And you even noticed that he had powers that he shouldn't have as a Toreador, and he never said he was a Toreador, and no one questioned it.
But if you look on the stream, the Toreador symbol for Hero is
Right,
wrong.
The wrong way round.
I
been
sat
wrong.
next to V in person, playing a member of the Ministry. I did a whole dance about being a traitor.
You're the Ministry.
Yeah, I was the snakes that he was talking about, and I did tell you that I had been known by many names. And then Max said about how the snakes had been known by many
Hey,
names.
don't flaunt, don't brag. How did Hazel win Vampire?
Well, she didn't win Vampire, but
I did,
she beat you.
which is winning.
If you imply that we lost, then she's obviously won.
I'm
don't
really
think
happy
you-
about this because it's been months. But I'm also I feel really bad, and I am terrified that if I stay at V's again, she's going to smother me in my sleep.
Wait, are you a Ministry with the Anarchs, or are you just the Ministry working together?
I'm the Ministry working together. Like there's the Anarchs are this is a Ministry operation.
It still works, me telling them that it's Anarchs, it's fine.
Well, technically
Yeah,
they
but
are
you
Anarchs,
don't
because they're not
know,
part
yeah.
of the Camarilla. They're not Sabat,
you-
but they're not. They're not.
And you
Anarchs.
don't
Well, they're
know-
not Camarilla, but they are kind of Anarchs, yeah.
And you don't know in game that it's Ministry.
Yeah, I don't know that. In my head, I've just gone, you are an Anarch.
Yeah. And yeah,
Yeah.
The way you were talking, I've met the
Oh
Anarchs.
yeah,
I've made an
Davey
assumption.
says yeah. V5, the Ministry are part of the Anarchs, so they are.
But I
Anarchs.
also get that they are their own. They work together. They are a collective, and kind of
It
like
was-
the Hecata.
It was the whole snakes thing, because I remember it well, because I know Davey was in chat as well, and the players were like, "Oh," and when the Tzimisce, you were like, "Tzimisce serpents," you know.
I
You were
said,
like,
"Oh,
yeah,
the Ministry, the
brilliant."
Ministry."
And you
are
did.
snakes.
That's the bit you said. The Ministry are snakes as well, but then you just moved on from it, and I was like, "Oh, they've they convinced it's Tzimisce, so it was good. It was good. But it's been hard holding that secret for all this time, and it must have been hard for Hazel as well. So Hazel was quite often sending me text messages, so the Ministry always knew what was going on, because she would be sending me messages what she wanted to share and what she didn't want to share. So it was all very well coordinated to try and get their truck there first.
Yeah, trying to figure out when I could call for the truck, and I'm like, okay, no, we know that we've got the trucks prepped. We know we have planned for this, but
They were just sat nearby waiting.
yeah, so freaking lucky that it pulled up
Tom,
first.
Tom can't speak. He's so furious.
I'm not furious. I'm not angry. I'm just really, really
I
disappointed.
Oh, I'm going to invite you, Matthew, and you, Hazel, to a friendship review.
I think Davey approves.
And that's all that
10 out of
matters.
10. I think you're being very generous for us, but yeah,
No,
it was the last reveal. There's been a lot of reveals, but
yeah.
I thought that one. I was hoping it would come out tonight, but it depended how you played it. And I think you haven't got a lot of combat characters, but you played it right. You delayed Ava, you taunted her, you stopped her from getting Max, which probably would have been far worse than the Anarchs getting him. Let's be honest.
I was certain I presumably because you said I was torpid, I've survived with the encounter, and I really didn't expect to. There were so many points where I was like, I'm fighting Ava alone. This doesn't feel like a good idea.
It wasn't a good idea. You could not win that fight on your own, but she wasn't going to take time. With all the others reappearing, she's not going to take the time to ensure you're dead, is she? I didn't know if she would survive, to be honest. But yeah. So there you go. Apologies, keeping that secret from you all this time. It's been quite hard. Hazel and I found it difficult. I think it's safe
Don't
to
say it unless you mean it, Matt. Just don't.
No,
I do feel
enjoyed
bad
it.
because I
I
have
do
been
feel
working
bad.
towards the same goal as everyone else, and then it's just at the end it was just the. So I am sorry.
Still
and I
the
didn't
same
want anything
goal,
to get her.
Croydon being safe, but you just not with the Camarilla, I guess.
Yeah.
I was very disgruntled because the moment you were like, a piece of Croydon will survive if you come with, and
Croydon.
Madame
A
was like, okay, yeah, let's go. I was like, the two people who were in the position to help me have just fucked off. I'm going to die.
Yes, I sorry.
There was a good speech in the car as well, what you said back to him. I thought that was really, really fitting for Madame's character. And it gave a bit more of an insight into her life before all of this. So that was, that was really good. So I thought that was great. So I guess we'll wrap up there. Unless anyone wants to close anything off. Obviously, you all will get 3 experience points for tonight. And not game when. Yeah, it's a good idea, David.
Yes. Jim, do you remember when we were talking about if Gerard went to one of Hero's gigs that Hero would be playing music that was kind of anti-establishment?
Yeah.
All the clues were there all along. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
And what I loved is you all spotted all of the things, and a lot of the time you commented on them as well.
I think
no one ever quite took the next step of going, hang on a minute.
Is that one of the reasons why Hero as well was like, Gerard could probably be swayed because you said I'd be playing all this anti-establishment music, and I was like, Gerard would get it. He's down.
Yeah, there's been a few things. I'm just like, I think Gerard, as long as we offered, a safe place and support, I think that would work. And I think we could come to an arrangement with Barnabas because we've got different places available throughout the area, so he could stay in different places. And there was all these different ways that I was going to try and tie it together if it came, like if Madame wasn't there, I was going to do this, and so on and so forth. See, even Davey was wondering about how Hero had
how
power.
did he have obfuscate powers? Because he wasn't a Toreador.
I assumed it was something you took with your predator type, like I took mesmerize. Like, not mesmerize, and
this is
forget.
also why he couldn't have the, was it celerity to help him with like driving and
Yeah.
Very fancy.
It was good. It was good. Well done all. So as I just said, 3 XP for tonight's session for everybody. I am going to give a bonus XP to Hazel for actually
Pulling
it off.
Pulling off
The
quite the heist.
Yeah. And if
saboteur.
you think back to when Barnabas and Hero went to see Max for the second time, admittedly it was like Max Inception, because it was seeing Max in a vision, which is like but if you rewatch that back, Hero just was like, I'm not going to go in the room, and Hero actively avoided Max unless Max spoke to Hero, which was kind of clever, because if you spoke to Max first, he would see something. But if you waited till he spoke to you, it was a little bit different.
Yeah. So if he was talking to his sister, it was okay. And freaking spotting that while sat next to V at that point, I was absolutely shitting myself.
Does that mean you'll be making someone new to replace Hero?
We don't know.
Don't have to.
She will be after I get my hands on Hero.
With his fire extinguisher.
With my fire extinguisher of death.
Yeah, I think
don't walk under pigeons for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as
Barnabas
side-eyed by rats.
Drowning in pigeon shit.
Yeah, it all comes full circle, Davey. So true. So true.
I think as far as Barnabas is concerned, you have stolen Max and almost killed his best friend. And
professionally humiliated me.
Oh yeah, because you're supposed to be like super duper investigation guy.
And I deal in information, and I didn't know there was a bloody spy.
You were told.
It's been a very bad day for Barnabas.
Yeah, never going to live
Just
that
hope
one down.
everyone's not too angry with me. Oh, you're all angry with me. I'm screwed.
I'm not. I'm proud. Well done.
Have you seen the look on V's face?
I know.
This is nervous laughter.
Fear.
Yeah.
I think Veronica's just processing.
Well, Gerard's going to need a lot of downtime to recuperate.
I think Veronica might have lost her Wi-Fi connection. And I don't mean her computer. I mean her.
I'm trying to work out how this would. It's an excellent twist, but it's PvP.
To be fair, I'm glad that Hero never came to Gerard's Haven now.
Yeah, Hero would know where that was. Well, let me throw something out there, okay? Because I've played Vampire in the past, and I wouldn't be afraid to do alternate games where one game is Camarilla and one game is
like they're doing New York by Night
Anarch.
at the moment.
Are they? So
Yeah.
we could have an Anarch game and a Camarilla game, kind of that flow into each other. I've done it in the past. I remember playing a werewolf game where I saw my vampire character and it messed with my head a little bit, but you could do that. It doesn't have to be. I mean, it doesn't have to be PvP. No.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
No. Hero has tried to keep people safe. He's protected you. He has.
I mean, you were never going to get hurt in a car accident with Hero. Unless it was in a dream.
And he wants all three of you on side.
Now, to be fair, Barnabas doesn't have any particular tie to the Camarilla apart from convenience, but it's just I feel a bit professionally humiliated. I think that's the feeling that's going through Barnabas's head right now. How did I not know this?
Oh.
I trusted for a moment and walked away, and it was a huge mistake.
Yes, Gerard is going to remember that.
I do have ties to the Camarilla, and I do have ties to the Anarchs, and I know exactly which side I sit on.
But we are going to be the stronger side. And you could be the leader of whatever the new Camarilla turns
We
out.
could have had this conversation in game if you were more truthful, and I could have told you about my time with the Anarchs and why that's a stupid idea, but no.
And you could have told me about the time with the Anarchs, and then I could have told you
You
my
did sort of
affiliation.
say, why is he the best leader? And I said, yes, he is the best leader. And
Baron Madame. But David says, "Ooh, Baron Madame." That's got a ring to it.
Prince Madame.
Oh, okay. But Baron Madame sounds kind of good. Slightly amusing. No one knows what your real name is.
How it works.
You don't want to be Prince. You just want to be near the Prince, so that you get all the benefits without all of the danger.
With the ministry, you can make it whatever you can make it whatever you want to be.
I also knew I had a ministry friend in my head. They're good for a fun time. You're not running a fucking city.
Okay. Well, we'll see in a future game. I don't know when that will be, but we'll see what the fate of Croydon is going to be at some point in the near future. So thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Anything else anyone would like to add?
Vote ministry.
Never trust people with cars they've spent too much money souping up. That's what I say.
Don't drive fast.
Yeah, don't drive fast in them.
Night, Davey. Thanks for stopping by. We'll post some updates on when the next game will be. It won't be for a while, I don't think. We're switching back to...
We're going to finish off another campaign that we don't stream.
Yeah, we're going to finish off a campaign that we don't stream, that we normally play on Monday, so the GM has kindly postponed that for a while. Then we're going to do a bit of Curse Strahd on Sundays, so we could do a bit more on Out of the Abyss, do a little arc on that, and then we'll probably come back to Vampire in, I don't know, a couple of months, or we'll see what the appetite's like. But yeah, we've got a Facebook page, Twitch, YouTube, so you should be able to find all our updates on our socials if you want, and
like and subscribe to find out if we stay friends.
And subscribe to see if this is the end of a very nice friendship that lasted a few years, but now Hazel and I have ruined it with our treachery.
I think I can take full blame. I did pop up saying, I want to be something different.
I know, you sent me a message. I remember you saying, oh, I think I'll be ministry. And I was like, you know that they're anarchs, right? Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he's me sitting there thinking, the Ravnos, they're kind of neutral, but a lot of people don't like them. He's the problem.
Yeah. So, bye-bye. Farewell.